futures trading involves substantial risk of loss and may not be suitable for all investors.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 31st, about 6 a.m. Central Time. All right, the precious metals are higher after yesterday's consolidating session. You have April gold up $5 at $20.56. March silver unchanged, $23.23. March copper also unchanged at $3.91. And April platinum up $1 at $9.32. So some of the top news that I'm watching here, and it really stems from yesterday after the bell. We see the NASDAQ futures down about 1.25%, led by sell-offs in Alphabet, Microsoft, AMD after their quarterly earnings were released. Microsoft currently down 596 at 402.63. Alphabet down 887 at 142.59. AMD down 1195 at 160.11. Now, why is that important? Because of the fact that we've seen a few different things. One, we're trading near these all-time highs. Is this the straw that breaks the camel's back? Do the U.S. equities start to top here? And we see a rotation of assets into other things, perhaps safety plays like the gold market and other asset classes like treasury bonds. Now the spillover came onto the Chinese data here. So Chinese stocks tumbled to a 5-year low after manufacturing data contracted for the 4th straight months. The Hang Seng was down about 1.78%. Surprisingly, it had no real effect on copper or silver, which their manufacturing data is really driven and really helps support those different markets here, as they are a big component of their manufacturing. So they are the number one importer of copper. They also utilize some of the largest amounts of silver in their fabrication processes here for different electronics. Now, looking at some of the economic data that's coming out ahead, we do have the ADP employment report. Expecting 130,000 is what we're looking at. The consensus is 148. If you do get that 130,000, you should see another tailwind behind the gold market. The dollar index should come off as well. But I think that it'll be more of a muted response because we're going to be waiting for the latest FOMC statement that's coming out at 1 o'clock Central Time. And then following that is going to be a post-conference by Fed Chairman Powell. Now, the Fed aims to keep a March interest rate cut on the table without sending any kind of decisive signal. They will remove some of the language from the previous meeting's notes, and then also they're going to say that they're going to remain data dependent. Now, remember, we will have 2 more inflation data points and also yearly revisions to CPI before that next meeting, before the March meeting here. So they're really going to look ahead at that next policy meeting and what kind of impact it is and try and take some clues from his post-conference meeting. The Treasury yields here, they are ticking lower, so we are expecting those rates to stay unchanged at this meeting. We have about a 98% chance unchanged. Next meeting on the March, about 50-50. So you got gold futures right now trading at the highest level since January 16th, and it all is going to come down to geopolitics, the dollar index, the Federal Reserve, Treasury yields, and also sentiment in the market. So we'll see what happens here. A couple key levels that I'm watching on the gold market. We're trading right at that 50-day moving average, 2056.80. Your breakout point is any kind of close over 2072. If you see that, we should be attacking 2100, and we should also be attacking those contract highs from last year here towards December 6th. Your key level of support, 2032.90, and below that, the 200-day moving average at 2028. Getting into the silver market, it is starting to come up. It's starting to turn higher with that copper market as well. Now, what people are doing in the copper market, what I'm starting to see is that there's a lot of buying towards the end of the day, traditionally in times when copper is not bid up. And what I think that they're doing is they're trying to front run any kind of weak economic data in China and then an announcement of additional stimulus. So you're seeing buying in copper at the end of the day, and then you get no kind of breakout from any kind of announcement of additional stimulus, and then copper futures come a little bit lower as the day session progresses in the U.S. markets. But back to that silver market, 2371 is your key level. We break above there, 2380 is the 50-day moving average, 2417 is the 200-day, and we close above there. I think sky's the limit. We could be retesting the double top high from the December highs, and then also if you look at it was February and March highs, about 2643 up there. So keep an eye on that level. You got any questions, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. 312-858-7303. Remember, futures option trading does involve risk of loss. May not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.